Farah comes left side. Heighington got away from Cooper-Ritzes. Marshall has left an indentation of the palm of his hand in the faces of 5 players. Inside ball, Heighington to Moulton. Here's a chance for the Tigers to pick up a late try, academic only, but Marshall scores.
A nicely worked move there, and Moulton, who's in close to the action now. Daniel Fitzhenry's been back at fullback for the last 5 to 10 minutes.
West Tigers Moulton, and 5 times they've won. That's Heighington with a good strong run, trampling over the top of Robson. Nickel. And here's Heighington now. Good Friday football. Stormville
down because the Tigers can smell a try.
Through hands from Heighington, and Fulton is there. Liam Fulton scores for the West Tigers.
Angle on his run into the hole. I've always liked him as a player. I'm glad he's back in Australia. And he gets the Tigers on the board.
The youngster from Brisbane on Friday night, I kind of think who he looked like, and it was Gary Jack.
Offloaded brilliantly, and Jonathan Thurston is down in back play. He is holding that left shoulder. Here go the Tigers, and it is their 3rd try for the evening. Chris Heighington extends the lead. He's down in back play here. The play will carry on. The Tigers, the masters of running the play on the last tackle. Pass looked a little bit marginal, more than flat. Well, Heighington supporting up the inside. So the player out of the line, Thurston down. They were short on that short side. Marshall read it really well. Good hit and spin there by Blake Aceford.
Yeah, good try to Heighington. Forward or flat?
I'm going forward.
It is forward.
It's forward.
Touchy was right there too. Gavin Badger, the referee, is Mitch Brown, first involved in that tackle. He goes short side, and Thurston was run over the top of by Chris Heighington. Just unable to be effective with Bo Ryan really struggling with the tackle as Heighington is the recipient of the ball from the inside man, bumping Heighington under the weight of 3 being dragged towards this match size-wise. Moores and Thompson. Short side, and a try to Chris Lawrence, his 2nd for the night.
To go there, a good ball to Lawrence. Great speed, great strength to get over Tupou.
Chris Heighington. Bit of Ben Roberts. Without a great deal of ceremony. Monstrous collision between he and Warburton and Idris. And now for Heighington. There in the blue and white, 6 tries this year, coming off the bench, averaging 34.
Inside his own 20. Here's Farah showing it and going straight past everybody. He runs to Coote and went past him as well. He gets the ball away to Takiri, who picked it up off his bootlaces. Jennings has his hand in. He gives it to Heighington. Heighington will score for the Tigers. Boy, talk about some counter-attack. The Tigers at their absolute best.
But Robbie Farah, the speed he went through that hole, and then out and around Lachlan Coote, he was in the open spaces. He's looking for his men, Lottie Takiri. What about that pickup from Lottie? It was a spiralling pass, one-handed flick from Robbie Farah, and Takiri at full pace picked that up off his toes and continued, and then
Comfortable at the moment. There's something doing with that left leg. Here's Heighington running towards Purtell, bounces off his tackle, comes towards Brad Tye, and Purtell an injury. We can find out as Farah goes back to the right-hand side. Heighington just 20 metres outfield with no Panthers in front of them.
a repeat set just might be good enough.
Heighington's away. They might get across the line right here, and they do. Mark Flanagan with his first touch of the game. Fresh on the field. And the Englishman, what a time to score his first.
Flanagan gets his first try in the NRL. And Heighington's had a big game. How well has Chris Heighington played? Has not been out of it. 15 hit-ups, 26 tackles.
Their interchanges. You don't normally see that many interchanges in the first half of a game. Heighington straight through. Minicello won't get there, and the Tigers have finally scored. Chris Heighington is... And what a time to score it.
Yeah, just a really subtle inside ball, wasn't it? They've tried to hit the edges out wide all day, and the Roosters didn't read that very well at all.
His line. And now Gibbs goes short. And out the back, and Marshall flick. What about that ball work? Heighington goes through the centre. The Tigers, the pizzazz is on again. Takiri's on the end of it.
Look at this set. This is a set move. Out the back, inside, and Heighington comes back against the angle. Brett Tate does well. Tells the fullback to start. The long ball to Takiri, picks the ball up in his bootlaces.
Few errors early. Looks like they've toughened for the fight.
Fenton upended there, playing well, Sean Fenton.
Sort of 25 out from the Dragons line. Here's Farah going down the short side. Heighington, he's had a couple of carries and 2 offloads. And he's... Chris Lawrence it was who played the ball, and Chris Heighington takes it ahead. He's playing strong.
That's sometimes happen when players sit back and wait for the next.
Justin Pryor has decided that it's his target. Look at this fellow Heighington. Everything is strong, it's urgent, it's got to... told to stand up and play the ball. It comes across for Dean Young. He finds Jared Safi. 2 players out from the play the ball, but right now played by this young giant of a man. What's he played in 6 games? They've won 6. 20-metre line. They're almost in the centre of the ground. Farah comes to the left side. Marshall Georgia. A short ball and a beautiful ball to Heighington. Oh.
Cut. There we go with this. Campbell is upended.
I know this about the Gold Coast Titans. They won't lay down. The Tigers will have to beat them because the Titans won't beat themselves.
Good run, Heighington. Finished off there by Brad Myers. Marshall again. Dummies to Fafita. Now for Farah. Farah across field. Then Heighington needed to pass early. Got away from one. Now he offloads. It's still on. Farah. Now the scrum, 40 metres out from the line. Heighington slipped. Breaking from the scrum. The scrum almost blew up again. Bailey was there at arm's length with Gibbs, but Heighington in the meantime soldiers on. 23 away from the line. They can get there.
20, 10 and a half gone. The Cowboys in front. Another good tackle, Chris Lawrence. Stand his ground and make the catch. Now there's trouble. They had Tamara line up James Tamo with some help from O'Donnell. Now Heighington puts his head down, keeps going. Good run by the lock forward. On the last, Farah. Won't kick from dummy half. He'll go to Heighington, who fires the ball to the Keary, who runs towards Graham. Chips.
Payback, and it's Farah who puts a kick up into the air, and it's there. It's there for the taking.
Kevin, you want to
Chris Heighington, I think, is Robertson. It's his first touch. There's King.
Well, this is a huge set defensively. That's a third. He finds Anthony Tupou. Inside, Tigers.